and today I just have a quick video for you guys. I was thinking about kind of brands that I featured on my channel, and I used to do a lot of like gems of the drugstore, or where I would just kind of do brand overviews and just kind of show you and share with you my favorites and least favorites of the brand. And then I thought, well, I never really do that for high-end. And then I was like, oh, that's because I don't own that much high-end stuff that I could really say, okay, let's talk about NARS. I have like a NARS product. Do I even have a NARS product anymore? I might not have anything from NARS anymore. So that's kind of too difficult for me to do. But then I thought, you know what, in the realm of high-end, there's kind of this medium ground that a few brands kind of fall under. And one of the brands that I thought of is TheBalm. And then it was on, let me rephrase, it's on HauteLook right now, which means it's like 50% off. And I thought, why not do this now, get it up for you guys, because this is a brand that I would never have bought full price. I would hear about them on YouTube and I'd be like, oh, and I kind of add it to my wish list that I'm sure most of us have, like a list of things you want to eventually get. But then I would never have bought them because like the blushes are $20 and the eyeshadow palettes are just as expensive as any other palette. And so it's one of those things that I was like, I don't know. But then when they started appearing on HauteLook and the blushes were all of a sudden $10 and the palettes were all of a sudden only like 15 or 20, I was like, maybe. And so that's how I first started buying them. Now, I only have 4 products from TheBalm that I absolutely adore that I wanted to mention to you guys. There are a few products that are on my radar that I would eventually want to try, and I'll mention those at the end. But I figured I would let you guys know about the brand now, that way you can check it out while it's still for crazy cheap on HauteLook right now. I think it's only for like maybe 3 days on there, so definitely check it out because HauteLook is a flash sale site. So the link is below. Let's go ahead and get started. One of my favorites, and my friend Amber actually sent me this one, is the Lou Manizer from TheBalm, and it's just this beautiful shimmery powder, and obviously it's marketed as a highlighter, but you can also use it as a really shimmery eyeshadow, and it does even say that it says highlighter, shimmer, and eyeshadow. It's one of those that as a highlighter, it's almost too much, so you have to be really, really conscious of how much you're using of this and look at it in different lights, because if you step out into the sunlight and you've got a streak of this on, you're going to be so embarrassed. It's happened to me before. But so it's really, really strong, but it's beautiful as an eyeshadow too. It looks a lot like Stila Kitten. So this right now is like $10 or $11 on the site, and it's usually 20 bucks. 2 of my blush favorites from them, and a lot of people ask which blushes I would recommend because they have a lot. They have the In-Stain blushes, and then they have like their classic line, and I own 2 from the classic line. One that I got a little later, I don't know why I put that in quotes, I got it like recently, is the Hot Mama blush. And this is just a really, really peachy coral, very shimmery, without actual specks of glitter kind of blush. What I love about it is the way that it blends into the skin. I guess I would assume all of their blushes, but at least in these 2, they blend so flawlessly so they never look splotchy, and their shimmery one, the Hot Mama, is not, it's just not shimmery. I mean, it's got a sheen, but it doesn't look like weird flecks of glitter like some glittery or shimmery blushes do. So I love that, and this is like one of the very few coral colors that I actually like on myself. And this is always the one that I grab and use when I'm like going out on the town. This is the one I always use because I just love the way it makes me look and feel. So I love this. This is $10 on the site. The Down Boy blush from TheBalm. It's the prettiest, most perfect pink color. It's completely matte. Again, ridiculously pigmented, but blends so flawlessly on the skin. The packaging to all of these is like this kind of thicker cardboard paper, but I've had this for like 3 years, and I've never, maybe 2 years, it's never bothered me really. It's easy to travel with. They're all so thin. So the last thing I'm gonna mention, but it's not a part of the sale, but in the spirit of sharing what I like from TheBalm, I've got to mention it because it's one of my favorites. It's the Shady Lady from TheBalm palette. This is their volume 1 palette. They have, I think, 3, maybe even 4 volumes of it, but it just has 9 shadows, a really nice mix of shadows. Most of them are shimmery or like a satin finish. Not even, some of them look kind of matte, but I would say they're more of a satin finish. But all of them are beautiful. It's the palette I reach for more than anything. I travel with this a lot because of the selection of colors. I think when I got it on there, it was like $20 instead of like $40. But they have their Nude Tude palette, which I'll insert a picture of here because I don't own it. But it's got a ton of shadows, really natural colors, but also a lot of selection. And from what I've heard, it's just as buttery as all their shadows are. They're just so luxurious. and that one's on the site as well, and I've heard nothing but good things about that. So some of the products that are kind of on my wish list that I might be purchasing this time around, I've got my eye on the Instain blushes. They have a huge selection. They're essentially the same thing, just different packaging, but they kind of like, from what I've heard, that somehow it kind of like stains your cheeks. I don't know if it actually does or if it's just saying that it's really great stain powder. Powder. I got powder on the brain. What I will say about the classic blushes, which they also have Frat Boy and Cabana Boy, which are also wonderful, these stay on all freaking day. They stay on longer than my MAC blushes do. They stay on longer than my Tarte blushes do. These stay on all freaking day. It's crazy. Whew. So, I've got my eye on the Instain blushes. I've also heard that the what is it called? The Time Balm concealers. I've heard those are really good and really, really creamy and that they don't crease. I don't know if it's true. I haven't tried them, but I've heard those are amazing. They have a whole line of skincare as well. I've never tried any of it. I kind of want to look it up on Paula's Choice and see like kind of how each of the items rank and if they're good, if they've got great ingredients, or if it's kind of so-so or half and half. So I might look that up and look into their skincare just because why not? But they also have like hair care stuff. I think they've got dry shampoo, but I haven't tried any of that. So I do want to try some of those products. Anyway, so link below for that sale. It only lasts for like 3 days, like I said, and it's on HauteLook probably every couple of months. So, you know, if you miss it this time around, sign up for an account at least, and you can like, what I do is I'll add a reminder when I see it's coming up. I'll just add a reminder on my phone. So I would love to know what your guys' favorites from TheBalm are. So let me know down below if you've tried some things that I didn't mention that you loved, because like I said, I'm kind of looking to buy some more stuff from TheBalm. And I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.